You haven't clicked on the wrong video. I am Harry Charrington. I'm a carp angler and I have been stitched up. I've been bought a ticket by the Matrix guys for the Bait Tech Feedermasters Championship to see whether a carp angler can win a fishing match. Now, we've come to the River Yare to practice today, where the competition is on Sunday, and I felt like I needed a bit of help. I needed a ringer, but not Steve Ringer. I've gone better than that. I've gone with natural venue god, Mark Pollard. Mark, thanks for helping me out.
Thank you for that intro, Harry.
I need some help, mate, because skimmers are not my thing. Tell me about the competition, what's going on, and how I'm going to win it.
As it says, it's a feeder competition, so it's feeder only, and the only way you can feed is through a feeder. You can't throw balls of ground bait in or loose feed with a catapult. Everything's got to go in through a feeder.
I leave my spod rod in the van.
You don't need them. So I think I've got a few little tricks that I can show you that hopefully may get you qualified, even win the match. I'll try and keep it simple and take you through it as easy as I can, but I'm sure you'll be capable of doing all right. So let's have a look at some tackle and some bait and try and get you on your way.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, mate.
Harry, I'm doing two mixes.
Yeah.
One is for the short line for the roach, and the other one's for the feeder. The one for the feeder for the skimmers, I just make it a little bit drier in the feeder, so it does come out quicker. But I think with roach you want something a little bit sticky that stays on the bottom for roach, just to keep them there. Skimmers are up and down the river, especially on this river. Yeah, it's a massive river, and there's just shoals of skimmers all the way through it, and it's just.
So with it being drier, is that going to come out on the way down?
Yeah, some will come out, so it will draw fish onto it.
Right.
I mean, and the other thing you've got to get in your head, because it's a tidal river, you might have 2 hours where it's ebbing. That means it's going out to sea, so the level's going down, and then you might have 3 hours of it flooding, coming back in.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not familiar with the tides and that, but you can soon find that out.
But we're basically trying to attract them from both up and down, because we've got up and down stream.
So when we start, we'll chuck the feed. We'll probably go 3/4 here, and then you'll be casting in front of you, and then when it changes, you'll be casting in front. Just stick to the same lines. I mean, when I was coming up here a lot of the anglers, they'd then change and move to the right more or to the left more. I think it just stick to the same. The same with the pole. Always when I used to fish the pole, it's in front of me rather than move to the left or to the right, because if it changed, your main line is in front of you.
Yeah. Right. Let's see.
Right. Okay. So first of all, black, which is the base mix I use for all my mixes. There's a lot of brown crumb in there. There's a lot of hemp in there as well. And I think that's a brilliant base mix for all mixes.
Yeah.
Let's put a bag of that in there. So it's a bag of that to a bag of roach. And half a bag of sweet skimmer. Although it says sweet skimmer for skimmers, it's brilliant for roach.
Yeah.
It really is. So that's quite a bit of biscuit in there.
Oh, that does smell sweet.
You smell that,
It smells really nice.
And always, never add the ground back to the water, always the water to the ground back. But when you put them in dry, I mean, a lot of people use drills. I use a drill when I go to Ireland, but all fishing over it, it's always by hand. Old school, and I just love to do it that way. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of crushed hemp.
Yeah.
Although there's hemp in the mixes, and I love it, I don't soak it, it's straight from the bag. I'm going to put half a bag of crushed hemp in there.
I feel like I should be writing this down, because I'll almost certainly forget it by some day.
I can leave you with notes, don't worry. I can even knock some up and we can bag it up. But let's now just tip. I'm going to tip as much as I know we'll need for the feeder. Right. And bear in mind, we're going to have 2 lines. One is going to be like 3/4, and one's going to be short like the pole line. Because we can't loose feed, everything's got to go in through a feeder.
Yeah.
So the roach line short will be like the pole line, but we'll be fishing the
yeah.
feeder over that.
Okay.
Let's add a little bit of water to that. Don't overdo it. So I'll just put a little bit in.
Yeah, so you just go and sort of little.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it and add then have to have more ground bait to it to dry it. And then we'll leave it. We'll set the rods up. I'll go through that, and this will soak, and I can add just a little bit more water to it.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of things they'll knock it up the night before, but I just like to do it on the morning. Give myself enough time, get me peg, and just knock it up in the morning. Now, if I just wash my hands in there, if you feel that as that is now, that's ideal, but that will dry more.
Right, and you'll have to add more water to it.
A little, but I'm just going to leave that and let that soak.
Okay.
And then I'll show you how I riddle it as well. So I'm going to put that there, let that soak. Now,
so that's your fish meal.
I'm going to put half a bag of that in there. I think you can over cook it.
Yeah.
Like, just enough to keep them there feeding and think, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah, okay.
Now that is just a little bit too damp. But that will dry.
Screwed it up.
No, that will dry. I was going to say, you just feel that it's damp. You want it just a little bit drier than that, but that will dry.
Yeah.
You'll see when we come to
if you
come back to it. Yeah. Right.
And we're not riddling anything.
Yes, we will.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
I just want that to settle for 10 minutes. So we'll go on to the rods, have a look at them, and then I'll come back and show you how to riddle it.
Okay, cool. Right. So ground bait's drying out effectively.
Yeah.
Like, where am I fishing? What's happening? What's going on?
I'm going to coach you to do 2 lines. We're going to do a short line for the roach. Yeah. Hence, we've done 2 mixes, and then the longer line for the fish, which is going to be about 3/4. Right. So 2 rods, 2 12-foot-6 rods.
So they're both exactly the same.
Yeah. Little paternoster. I've got braid on there, 012 braid, and I've run 022 of their mono, Horizon mono, with 3 or 4 turns on the reel. Yeah. The reason I do that, I mean, if you get a bream or whatever fish and you're playing it, once you get it to land it, you're playing it on mono, not sort of on braid where you can bump them and pull off.
Yeah, we do exactly the same.
Right, so let's just pop an ounce lead on there to get the distance. Now, I'm old school, I don't use sticks. I use the count of the turns on the reel.
Oh, well, I can't deal with that.
So,
sorry, Polly.
Let me just show you. If I was fishing for roach here, I'd be fishing on the pole up to sort of 9 to 13 metres maybe. So it'd be an underarm cast. Yeah. No further than that. Right. But I'll show you what this is I'm going to do the long line. Now we'll use that boat as a marker. No, let that boat go. Always pick a marker. Like I said, try and fish dead in front of me because the tide will change. Yeah. At the moment that's flooding. When we got here, it was ebbing. Now it's started to flood to come back in. Yeah. So as I'm sitting here, you probably see it more pronounced. Out in front of me, really, there's a tree sticking up. Yeah. That's going to be my marker. Okay, perfect. And the distance I'm going to go is going to be about...
That wasn't anywhere near that tree,
not 3/4. Oh, you will. I stopped it. I thought it was going too far. Let's try that again. You're at a different angle, aren't you? That's why. No, right, here we go. Right.
Yeah, I must be at a different angle. Yeah, okay.
I'm calling that about 3/4.
Yeah.
Right,
how deep do you reckon that is?
Well, I can't let down there. I say that must be 10 foot out. That's not as deep as it on the inside here. So where I say I'm old school, so I've put that on the clip on the reel. Yeah. And I'll count the turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 25, 6, 7, 20, 30, 31. 31 turns. And I'll just remember that. I mean, if
so is that in case, like, you have to unclip or
if something happens or if you crack off or whatever, you come to set up, you want to know you're on the feed that you've been putting out there. if you want to put sticks up and mark it that way, you've got to know where your feed is.
Yeah, I think as a carp angler,
Yeah,
I'll be
right.
bringing my wrapping sticks.
Now I'm happy with that. So that's
Okay.
going to be my far line that we'll put the fish meal in. And I'll always start with a larger feeder to get a bit of bait in, and soon, I mean, the river at the weekend fished hard because it's clear, and only 13 pound won the match, which is a poor weight. So really, I don't want to put loads of feed in and overcook it. So I'd normally start on that, but I'm not. I'm going to start on like a medium one.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll get away with 30 gram. I like to fish as light as I can. So the slightest touch of a fish, the feeder moves, it hooks it, and you pull up anyway, you get a drop back.
Yeah, yeah.
If you fish with too heavy a feeder, you might be coming back and see suck bait, you're not seeing nothing. So that's the feeder I'm going to put on there. I shan't put the hook on for a minute, but the hook I'm going to put on, I'll fish 0.14 hook length. Yeah. And I'll pop on a 14 hook. That's what I'll start with, and I'll be willing to go down to a 16 and low 12.
Yeah, yeah. 14, that's actually bigger than I expected.
Yeah, but we're going to fish 2 or 3 maggots first of all.
Okay, yeah.
Bit of worm, looking for some better fish first of all. Same setup, same rod, with a shorter chuck. Where I showed you first of all, we're going to go probably, it might be 10 or 11 turns of the reel. There. Look at how deep that is there.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go a little bit further because that's coming in too much on me.
Right.
Let's go a little bit further. There, see, is it here before I put it on the rest? Yeah. I'm happy with that. No, it's only 9 turns. See how deep that is, look.
That won't be many. That won't be many wraps for me.
Look.
Yeah, still going.
Yeah. Just hit there.
There it is. $10 foot.
That's 20 foot, that, isn't it? So deep, but out there, nowhere near the same count. So it obviously shallows up.
Yeah.
It should go out. And on there, we're going to put a little 30 gram cage on there.
Do you think the depth will make a difference to where the fish are sat? Like, will the bream be in the deeper water?
No, normally the bream are over getting into the shallower water. They're not in the deal, and they're not on the bottom. I think that's one of the hardest things with the anglers fish on the fishing for bream, that they get an indication as soon as they go in, so the fish is following it down. So they're not on the bottom; they're following it down.
Right. Okay.
And
yeah, see, I just imagine that they'd just be there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, everyone assumes that, but they're not.
Right.
The roach maybe. The roach go down on the feed, but the bream are more finicky.
That's literally the opposite of what I thought.
Yeah, you know, I bet if they netted the whole river, the amount of bream in here and skimmers is unbelievable to what's caught.
Yeah.
And then there's certain days when there's a bit of colour in the water that they show and they feed. I mean, with this warm weather now, that it may help it because it needs a bit of colour in it. You know, you can see the net right down. That is very clear. And when I've been up here before, there'd be fish topping. There's no fish topping, so
no.
Right. Let's mix that.
Yes.
Ground bait up, and then we can put a couple of links on, put some feed in, because we'll empty a couple of feeders short. I'll just pop them a little bit of bigger feeders short, but we'll just start fishing straight away on that 3/4 line.
Okay.
Rather than emptying the feeder, because it's fishing harder. You can't take out what you're putting. I'd rather just start and just be busy for the first sort of half hour of the match. Leave it in there no more than a couple of minutes. Just keep recasting.
Right, let's go.
Right. Now, this Harry boy.
Like, see, like you're saying that's a heavy mix, but it feels so light to me.
But you can see all the bits, see the hemp in it, everything that husk of hemp.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff going on.
So a lot of the ground baits have got a lot of hemp in them anyway, but I put extra hemp in there.
Yeah.
There's more hemp in that mix than there is in that mix.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just think that that's just because the roach prefer it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Right, so to be fair, there's enough there for 2 matches, 2 sessions.
Oh,
so if we bag it up,
just leave it with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right, Harry. So I'd put 3 or 4 in. Yeah, that's it.
Just 3 or 4 casters?
3 or 4 feeder full.
So sort of that amount.
That's it. Then cap it with that. Don't squash it too hard because it might not come out. You want it so when it goes to the bottom, empty it and back in.
Right. Okay.
You've done this before, haven't you? And then just follow it down to your rest so you know it's in the right position.
Getting taken, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair old flow.
Yeah. But we'll see, because you'll pop on the smaller K's then that should just hold it. But it's so important to have the right feeder on that just holds bottom. Like I said, you don't want it holding bottom that then you'll get a bite come back something mad because you ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
Deep there, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, lost the rest, which was nice. Lovely. So you can get rid of a load of casters, can't you?
Yeah, I've almost done a pint.
And that's not a big,
done
that's
2
not
casts.
a big feeder, yeah. Lovely.
So that's 3. Do you reckon that's enough, or 1 more?
I'll do 1 more.
1. So I guess with the flow, like going one way and then the other, it's naturally taking your bait all over the place anyway. So you don't need to change your spots or anything.
No.
Oh, I've gone a bit further.
That'll pull it back into the, and then empty it. You'll be emptying it on the same spot anyway.
Okay.
Wait till it hits the bottom. That'll fall. That's it. That's the same spot.
Yeah, it was.
Right. So that's enough bait there.
Okay.
And obviously pop the.
We've got a hook link.
Let's pop that. Take that feeder off.
Yeah.
We probably won't use that again.
Right.
And then when we start, if we go on there after an hour, if we're struggling out there, we're going to go and have a look.
Yeah. So that's just a little cage feeder, and I've got.
That's like
a 6 or 8
30 centimetres. So you've probably got 60 centimetres in total on that one. Yeah, make sure that's in. I've done that before. The bloody hook's come off because you ain't pushed it in the rubber.
Yeah, there we go. That's on. Yeah. Hook it in my little hook retainer. And then we're just going to go straight in on this other one.
Start fishing.
Right.
So say your match just started, this is on Sunday, you'd have done that and then start straight away on this.
So, and do you bait your hook first, right? Yeah. What are we putting on?
We're going to put on...
We've got quite a selection.
This is what we're going to put on. Fluoros really work well on here. I always start on the most brightest, so we can look 2 of them.
Okay.
If I put them there, you can see.
And are we just hooking them through the flat bit?
Yeah,
or,
yeah. Sometimes I do one through the head and one through the bum, so it shows more hook.
Right. Like so.
Sometimes I get instant response on these.
Okie dokes, well, let's hope that happens. So, what am I putting in the feeder for this one?
We'll put some worms in.
Right, hold on. So, same as we did with the casters,
worms, a few casters.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so yeah. and then plug it with the fish meal mix.
And how hard am I pressing that? Probably not as hard as I've already done it.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bear in mind, if you cast that clip and then follow it down, the pace has picked up a little bit since we put the feed, and we may have to step up.
I've not actually chucked to this clip since you've
I showed it, yeah.
So hold on, we got a bit of
That'll untangle itself. I won't worry about that.
Okay.
That'll straighten out.
Ah.
That's all right.
No, I was saying because I was happy with it.
Oh, right.
Right, and then what am I doing? Am I tightening up? Or...
Click the barrel arm over, straight away click your barrel arm and just wait, just see. Because the water will pick up the slight tension.
Right.
I'm just hoping that'll hold.
That's just knocking there.
Yeah, that's not quite holding. So just leave it a minute,
What was that, a 45 grammer?
I think that's 45, yeah. Yeah, no, come back in. You got it? I got it. That was it a 40 or 45? Just check, then I'll get a...
So 30 grammer.
Right.
Stitch me right up.
Let's put this smaller one on, which is 45. It's amazing the bait you can put for a little one. But if the river's really fishing well, you'll be using a bigger feeder, get enough feed in there. What's your fish meal? Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. Take your barrel arm over straight away. That's the most important. I hope that'll hold. Oh, that was a touch, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. He didn't drop back. I'm sure that was a little touch, but you know, you'll know a proper bite.
Yeah.
But that's holding with. That was just like this. Oh, that might have been a little touch. Yep. You're in.
Am I? I'm not in. But maybe I am. I don't know. It doesn't feel as...
Yeah, you must have a fish on
I think I have got a fish on, yeah. Oh, that was easy. Oh, well, if it's just going to be like this all the time, then, like, give me the...
don't wind in so fast.
Give me the
just take
trophy
your
now.
time.
Oh, it is a skimmer as well.
Net that and all. Don't swing that. You got it just a little bit more gentle. You was winding, yeah, you can wind.
Well, it was only a blooming skimmer. Look at that.
Yeah, but if £13 won the match on Saturday, you only want 30 of them.
Well, it's in the net, Polly, anyway, isn't it?
I just want to score, would you?
There we go. Happy days. Look, give me the title now. Might as well. Ah, see, this is the problem though. Have we got a
towel there? Look.
Towel, because they are horribly slimy.
Is it easier for you to put that there like that? For you to then pick up?
Yeah, probably. Right. Probably. Oh, we got snot up me at Glink. Right, back in. Oh, this is easy. I thought you said it was going to be tricky.
You ain't done your hook bait, have you? Yeah, look.
Is that not all right?
No, you've got to put fresh on.
Really?
Yeah, every time.
What's wrong with that?
We just caught a fish on it.
Look,
Harry. Gee whiz. You'll get a bigger one this time because I've put the bait on there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Wow. This
remember
river's
that cast that same spot. Because that's a shoal fish, there'll be lots of them there. Lovely. A lot of anglers make the mistake, and then tightening that line up, you'll still see a bite. Plus, it gives you a little bit more to cope with of a little bit of a bow.
I can't believe that bite though. I thought it was just
moving.
Yeah.
That may have been a bite, but yeah. No. Definitely a touch, that was.
Right, okay, this is fun.
So check your hook bait. If it's slightly damaged in any way, then put 2 new ones on. There,
is that damaged? Yeah, like slightly sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that'd be okay to go out again because it's not burst.
But that's what the one that I just caught on looked like.
They were ruined.
Okay. Right.
Just see next few cards. Just got maybe that's 45, maybe a 50 gram.
I'm feeling like it is bouncing a bit too much, isn't it? Oh no, I've caught me.
Can't weigh that in. What's that? The identity bracelet. Nice. You'll be known as Harry the Feeder now.
That's holding now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just you can.
So would you say now, like basically anything, any like drop back that I get on that, I'm hitting it?
Yeah, pick up. Got it?
No, but it felt like it was. It was.
I thought you got a fish there, but little one. Yeah, you have. I thought you had. Yeah, you've got to know if you've got a fish or not.
How am I supposed to know if I've got that on?
When you wind it in, you can feel it.
No, it doesn't really add much to the weight of the feeder.
That's why also it's important.
Did I need a separate net for that?
No. That's why it's saying, but the feeder, if you've got too heavy feeder on as well, you don't feel the fish. There's a fine balance. That's why it's so important to have the right feeder just to hold.
That's the thing is all of this stuff is so much lighter and fine and more refined than carp fishing.
Well, you won some matches carping, didn't you?
Yeah, I've won a few. I won the World Championships in 2015 and in 2022 with England.
Twice?
Yeah, twice. So obviously massive achievement in
oh Christ, yeah.
In my angling.
Yeah. And is that weight or number of fish?
It's weight, so the same as how you guys do it in match fishing, but it's over 72 hours.
Oh Christ, yeah. Well, that might have been a taps there.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I know you won a big money one, didn't you?
So 2014, the year before I got selected for England, I won along with my partner, because you fish in pairs, £30,000, which at the time was the biggest prize in carp fishing.
15 each.
Yeah. So that was obviously an amazing moment, and then that helped me get selected for the England team, and fished in 5 World Championships.
You got him? What do you reckon?
I'm saying yes. I'm saying I've got one now.
Yeah. I reckon you got a little fish as well.
Yeah.
I hope it's a skimmer, but
I think it's similar to that one before. Has it come off now?
Yeah, no, little one, yeah. Little roach. No, that feed just where it's just set, it's the right way, just back and
yeah.
If
would you say that's just perfect?
Yeah. If you've got a too heavy a feeder, you won't get nothing, and then you might pull it in, and your maggots are bladdered.
Yeah.
You think, well, I didn't have a bite. That's the importance of trying to get that feeder especially on the river, just to hold the right weight.
And so there's obviously, there's obviously some little roach there and stuff. You wouldn't now be thinking, right, let's try and catch some more of them.
I'll be thinking
quicker.
Another 2 chucks. No, another 2 chucks. I'm thinking you'll definitely catch some roach on the short line.
Yeah.
But because you caught that skimmer, I'm thinking, right, we're going to put a bit of worm on in a minute.
Right, okay.
Just see if that gets a better fish.
Yeah.
What's your biggest carp you ever caught, Harry?
58.12.
Here?
No, that was in France. My biggest in England is 51.4.
Bloody hell. Nice fish.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's funny because, like, I am really competitive, but I like catching those bigger fish. So that's kind of where I sort of fell into the, like, competition carp fishing.
Yeah.
I know that this is, like, vastly different in terms of the equipment and, like, the fish that we're fishing for, but I think in the mindset and the tactics and things, I think there's a lot of similarities where really you've got to just keep things simple, not overcomplicate things, and being active, making sure that you're, you know, feeding most of the time, little and often.
Yeah.
It's sort of all.
You see, a lot. I mean, if I was fishing the match Sunday, I might have like 2 lines. Like I might have that line just a little bit nearer and have one further.
What, 2 skimmer lines?
Yeah. Feed the furthest one like we fed the roach one first. Start on this one. I've got somewhere to go to that fish might back off as well. It just gives you 2 bites at the cherry.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Put a bit of worm on.
Oh,
that was a
touch.
touch.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, better one. Take your time. Take your time. It's a good fish. So you just gently let it come in. No fast winding. That'd be a decent skimmer. Lovely bite, wasn't it?
That was, spot on. And no,
you got me all excited now.
It does feel.
That's a better fish.
Feel like a better fish.
Now you're 0.14 there, so if you just play it like you're doing it, lovely.
Trying to do me down the margins.
It's a decent fish. It's a nice fish, this is. But just take your time.
Holding in the tide.
Look at him. £2 fish. 6 of them, you'd have won the match. That's it, no need to wide anymore.
Get that side of him.
No, watch it.
Tongue come too close. This feeder arm's in my way. Look at that,
awesome.
Polly.
Awesome.
I am.
Look at that.
A skimmer angler.
Hell. Hang on, do you want a disgorger? Let me just get a disgorger, that'll be easier to...
Right, so I'll do one more chuck over there and then...
Yeah, we'll just give it a rest because it's like a little practice session. Just have a look on that roach line, just get your under on that, just see what that's like. That's lovely, that is, Harry. Lovely, on the spot every time, mate.
Cheers.
Oyster catcher.
Here we go.
So what are your thoughts, Harry, on like what you've done this lot? We fished this probably about an hour now.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable. You know, it's a nice, comfortable range and that. And well, I've caught a few skimmers, caught a few roach, had a perch. I don't know. What do you reckon I've got in my net? Probably about £2,
no,
2.5
you've got one
pounds.
fish that's like £2.
Really?
So you've got £3.
£3 in my first hour.
Yeah.
I'd take
Gosh,
that.
if you had that 5 hours, you won the match. If you look at what happened Saturday.
Okay.
So it'd be nice to have a little look on that short line, the roach line, just under that, and just because it should be.
This is slightly quietened off anyway, isn't it?
But it gives it a rest.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't like empty a few feeds there. Just leave it. Just come back, because sometimes you do that, do something else, go out there, bang, bang, bang again.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, what are we putting on the hook for the roach?
I reckon we put a caster and a red maggot.
A caster and a red maggot.
Yeah.
Right, I don't show me how to hook the casters, because that is.
No, well, it's just like hooking 2 maggots, really.
Oh, okay.
So dark caster.
Yeah. So okay.
Just like that,
I thought
and
it'd
then
be a bit more fancy than that.
Red maggot through the bum, and we're only putting a few casters and that mix.
So just
a few
just a few, right?
You look for a bite straight away. They're quite quick on this. The roach will be. I would say, looking at the colour that's in it, you definitely get bites on this. Yeah.
No.
He had that, didn't he?
Nice bite though.
He just took the lot.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. Take your time. It's a good roach. Not a skimmer on here, is it? That's a good roach. Might be a skimmer.
I don't know. Oh. What is it? Skimmer.
Skimmer down there.
Yeah.
Unreal.
That'll do though.
Hybrid, isn't it, a little skimmer?
What are you? Hybrid?
Hybrid. Hybrid. Awesome. Lovely bite, wasn't it?
It was a lovely bite, yeah.
On a fluoro.
That'll do. What's that? 8 or 10 ounces?
That's 5 ounce.
5 ounce, oh. See, that's something, I'm not going to have a clue where I am in terms of weight.
Don't worry, half the anglers don't. Lots of bites there, Harry. I think they're small fish though.
I've literally spent the last 45 minutes missing bites.
Yeah.
Which, and you're saying they're small fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you went in straight away, bang, and looked to cut and got them. You know, didn't miss one.
Yeah, no, yeah. First 3 casts, 3 fish in the net. Since then, nothing. So, look at this.
Little fish, is it? Same sort of bite, wasn't it?
Yeah, little one.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah. I think you're better off going back out on the longer line once that started to happen, or even have a second skimmer line.
Yeah, so I'd probably be quite happy to do that, so that you've got 3 options.
Yeah.
If one bums out.
Yeah. But it's worth, like when you went on this, you had a little net skim, a hybrid, then a net roach. It's all weight.
Yeah. And, you know, I probably had 12 ounces off of there, but I've spent too long.
Yeah.
Here, so Yeah, it's good to know though.
You've got a feel for it. You just know what that line is about.
Yeah, and it will be a different day on Sunday. You know, it's bright sunshine. It's like 26, 27 degrees. Sunday's going to be more like sort of 20 degrees, a bit of cloud. So do you reckon that'll be sort of better for?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
just fishing in general.
To catch any fish in bright conditions, warm, is not ideal.
Okay, but I am. Oh.
You got it?
No, I wasn't looking. I just felt it. Yeah, no, like I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with that longer line. I think if the better roach are there on the shorter line, I'll be fine. So shall we have a look at what we've caught, and then you can proper set me out a game plan?
Yeah, have a look at what you caught, get wrapped up, and have a little chat about what's the best approach for Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
On.
Okay. Well, there we go. Couple of hours fishing. Yeah. Awesome.
I've really enjoyed it. I think that's pretty decent, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, no, well pleased with the way you.
It's a good start. I've learned a lot. Let's get them back and have a final chat back at the van.
Right. Well, Harry, did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy it. A little bit different to what.
Very hot. Very hot.
Yeah, but good. And yeah, thanks very much for your tips. So just give me like a little bit of a summary of what you think we've learned today and what I can put into the match on Sunday.
As you fished, that roach line is only worth doing if it's hard. You'd have to concentrate on that more perhaps, because you'd get bites there. But just to have a go there to rest your line, if you want to do that line. But I would probably have two lines, and knowing the is you could have two lines, one sort of middle and then a further line.
That skimmer line today was so much better than the roach line.
Yeah. And you could have just one mix for both lines.
Yeah.
Start nearer you, because if you do get some fish and they shive, but they can push onto that further line. So what I would do,
feed your roach line, feed your far line, and start fishing in the middle.
That middle. Don't feed that. Just feed them two lines.
Yeah.
Obviously, your short line you're going to feed with just casters. You may want to put some maggots. I wouldn't bother putting any worms in. Just casters and your ground bait, and then your far line, chopped worm, casters, maybe some dead maggot, dead reds, but empty probably 4 or 5 feeders on that line, and then just start fishing and don't leave it in more than 2 or 3 minutes like we did today. And then you can go between the two, and it might pay off that you might nick fish. That goes a bit quiet. Go on that longer line, nick a couple of fish. Not as good, but if you rest that, come back then onto that line, and that would be the ideal scenario for the match.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like when we changed today, each time we changed, it was you got bites.
Yeah, because you'd give it a bit of a rest.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Thank you so much. I think if I do anything in this match on Sunday, I think a lot of it is down to you, because I wouldn't have been able to work any of that out myself.
Right. Look, I wish you all the best.
Thanks very much, Pollard.
I will phone them up and see how you got on.
Yeah.
And you lads will see him actually on the video. You'll see how he's done anyway, but I'll find out before you.
Cheers.
No.
Right, well, the next time you see me, I'm going to have my drawing shoes on Sunday for the main event. Let's see what we can do. So we are at the draw, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty nervous. Some pretty big deals behind me, some world champions, and we're just going to have to pick a flyer, basically, which I'm pretty good at, I think. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Right. 67. Rubbish. That's 10. terrible. Absolute stinker. Okay, nice. Right, so I am going to, if I didn't already say, we've had the all in about a minute ago and I haven't started. I'm going to start by baiting my short line, which I think isn't going to do an awful lot, if I'm honest. But we'll give it a go. Just put some bait in anyway. Now, I said at the draw I had a bit of a stinker, and the reason I said that was because we all think, I say we all think, everyone that's telling me, that's talking to me is saying that basically you want to be, the closer that you are to the sea, effectively, the better. And I am almost totally the opposite end. Well, I am totally the opposite end of the draw, but I just need to win my section. It's a section of 20. It might be a little bit less than 20. However, Steve Ringer has drawn in my section and he's up the other end, closer to the sea. I think he's 1 peg up from the end peg, maybe 2 pegs up from the end peg. So he's in a good area, so like, you know, he is the man to beat. And that's what we're going to do, absolutely trounce him. Maybe. But yeah, I'm just going to unload, what's this, 3 or 4 feeders on my roach line, on my short line. I don't actually anticipate it being that roachy. We'll catch a few, but basically I need to tick over with some fish and catch a big one. That's what I think. They did a match yesterday and everyone was going, oh, it was not a very good match. Oh, I had £1.8, I had £2.6. And I think it was one with about £7, so not good. That's my middle rod, which I'm going to start with. Right, and now I'm going to put some bait in on my long line. And I have gone against Polly's advice on this, and I've put quite a lot of fish meal in my long line mix because I think I need a bream, basically. And this is going to be what's going to get me a bream. I've put quite a bit of a carp mix in there. I've put quite a lot of carp, fish meal, ground bait and some small pellets, and I just know that bream everywhere love it. So I'm literally just going to start fishing down the middle, a bit of chop worm, a bit of caster, ground bait in the feeder, and yeah, I'm just going to start fishing straight down the middle. No baiting up, a relatively small feeder. I guess it's a relatively small feeder, I don't really know in the big scheme of things. There we go. First chuck of the day. We've now just got a load of boats rock up, which isn't ideal, and they're all just turning around directly in front of me. Or, I mean, not just me, everyone else, but it's all, they're going to be taking out people's lines. Someone's just literally about to capsize into someone. Oh, they just saved it. Right, I need to watch me tip actually. That's probably a bit more important than watching these boats, but it looks a bit chaotic at the moment.
Yeah, and just down this middle line, I'm just going to do 2-minute cast for the start, just get some bait established, fish it. I've got 2 fluoros on, see what happens. There's a fish. I've just switched to the double red, and we've got a skimmer. Yes. First one. Excellent. Well, a few more casts, probably, what's that, cast number 4, but that is a start. Yeah, and I started with double fluoro. Didn't have a bite. That's first chuck with double red, so happy days. Indeed. There we go. Right, here we go. We're cooking here. We're cooking. I'm getting bites now. Every chuck just took a little while to get things going. There we go. Nice roach, about the same size as the skimmer. Anyone else catching? There we go, that's a good one. No, that's a bit of shit, actually, I think. This is either a really big fish or just a bit of crap. I'm thinking that it's a bit of crap because I'm not feeling any nodding. There we go. Yeah, I thought just a bit of old line and some mussels. Weird. Right. Let's try again. No bites that time. Still a bit of bait in the feeder, which isn't good. Right, what am I doing? Worm, caster, ground bait. Little pinch. Okie dokes. Back out on the spot. Rod down. We're rocking. Struggling to hold now, which is, might have to go to a heavier feeder. Take it gentle. What's this? Just a little roach. Oh, I'm gonna swing it in. Oh, I've lost it. Bollocks. That is why I shouldn't be a match angler, because I've not had a clue what I've had on. It was a roach I should have swung. I went to net it. I've then half swung it, half net it, screwed it up, lost out on 3 ounces. What an absolute idiot. But that time I didn't put any worm or caster in the feeder, just to see if I could get a quicker bite, and it went straight away. So let's see if we can do it again. What an absolute clampet. At least it wasn't a £5 BREAM, I guess. We're right on the limit with this feeder. Oh no, I might be in. What's that? No. We're right on the limits with this feeder, staying put, which is not ideal. Oh. He's just had a nice roach. Right, we'll go for a 45 grammer. It's a bit big though. That's a really good fish. Oh my God. Wow. I need to land this. Yeah, struggling with the current. My feeder's just bouncing through, so I've just gone from a 40 to a 45, then put a 60 on. And even that was just tapping down, not much though, but that has gone over, and it's a good fish. Obviously it'll feel bigger with this flow, I reckon. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. That is what we want. That's a really good fish. Look at that, that's £3. 2.5, £3. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my God, where's my disgorger? Oh wow. Like, we're not that far into the match. £7 won a match yesterday. Wow, look at that. Yeah, boy. Oh, I've got slime all up my line. Disgusting things, aren't they? Oh, I'm shaking after catching a blooming 2.5 pound bream. What the hell's that about? That's because I know how important it could be. So I'm an hour in now, and I've just made my first sort of change. I've come in short. Yeah, I've had 3 fish, dropped a small roach, but I've had that big, big skimmer, small bream, which has really made a massive difference. But in the last sort of 15 minutes, I've not had a bite on that line, so just come off it, gone short. So we'll see what happens on this one, and if nothing happens on this one, then I think I'll go long. But my only reservation with going long is the weight of the feeder that I'm going to need to get over there. I don't know if I've actually got, because I like the 60 grammer that I was using in the middle, that was only just holding. So maybe my long line might be one for later in the match when the tide starts going back the other way. But yeah, we'll see. No indications as yet on this short line, which is slightly concerning, because I thought if I'd have gone in on it, I'd had something quite quickly. But who knows, we'll see. There might be a big old slab just sitting down there waiting for me. There we go, there's a fish. Having to swap over to that big 60 grammer again because the tide is towing back the other way. But when it was going out, that was when the fishing was the best, on the 60 grammer. And now we're back on it. What have we got? We got a roach. Here we go, here we go, we're cooking. We're cooking. More of these, please. We need the disgorger. Lovely. Not sure if this is going or not. No, that was going, that's all right. I got some really dodgy netting on that. There we go, there's a fish. Having to swap over to that big 60 grammer again because the tide is towing back the other way. But when it was going out, that was when the fishing was the best, on the 60 grammer. And now we're back on it. What have we got? We got a roach. Here we go, we're cooking. We're cooking. More of these, please. You need the disgorger. Lovely. So that is it. I've had a really nice day's fishing. I've properly enjoyed it. I feel like I have done, you know, all right. The guy to my left, he packed up early, so you know he hasn't obviously felt like he was in with anything. Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I've fished well. I think I might have neglected my short line a little bit. I got snagged on it, and then after that I pretty much was like, oh, I'm not going to fish it anymore. But the guy to my right has caught a few decent fish on that short line, and from what I'm hearing, I think if anyone's done me, it's actually the guy literally to my right. So yeah, could have been done off the next peg, but only the scales will tell the truth. So let's see. Is it weird that I think that I could have qualified?
All ready for you, buddy?
Cheers. Nah, well, it ain't that. It ain't £6.
No?
No.
Okay. I'll tell you what, there.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, always get caught in there, little ones. All done?
Yeah, yeah.
Change that brain. Sneaky.
£4.7.
£4.7. So I have finished on the dizzy heights of £4.7, which I was really happy with, considering the inside info we had was to win that zone you needed about £4. However, I've been beaten by two people. So one person had £6 and another person had £7. So I've come third in the zone, a 20 peg zone. I've come third in the zone. I'm absolutely over the moon with that, to be fair. I never expected to end up that high up in the rankings. Yeah, had world champion Steve Ringer in my zone. Managed to do a little bit better than he did. I couldn't really ask for any more than that from my first ever match. So yeah, if you think that I could have done anything differently, if you've got any tips for me going into match fishing moving forward, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video.